Wrong is the first segment of the 10th episode of the second season of Baby Looney Tunes, and this episode focuses on Melissa Duck. Everybody is out picking apples, and it rather amused me because Granny said to Floyd that he was going to take the babies out, and Floyd was kind of like, "What? Now? All of them?" And it's one of the first times where the show has actually acknowledged just how much pressure Granny puts on Floyd to routinely take all of these babies out. But nevertheless, he takes them out and they're actually going apple picking because Granny wants to make apple pie. And they all have different ways of picking apples, and Melissa Duck says that her way of picking apples is the correct way and everybody else is doing it wrong. And she tries to tell them that they need to do it her way. And credit to the babies, while they took offense to this, they actually came up with an idea where they kind of had almost a competition to see whose way was the right way, or perhaps the quickest way or the most efficient way. And I like that, rather than just saying there was no right way or that they were just going to go into a mood or anything. They actually had a practical way of trying to resolve this conflict, which I thought was actually pretty smart of them. The orchard setting is lovely. Visually, it's really beautiful, very well animated, and I like that Melissa Duck did learn a lesson. She didn't just pout and say that it wasn't fair, that her way wasn't the right way. And I think there's a lesson here for all of us. I think everybody, understandably, everybody thinks that their way of doing something is the right way. And I think that that's perfectly fine and perfectly natural. If you didn't think it was the right way, you wouldn't be doing it that way. But I think the line is crossed when you try and tell people that your way is the only right way. And sure, there might be some exceptions. There are sometimes only one way of doing things correctly, but often people have different approaches, different things work for different people. And I think we can all do well to remember that your way, my way, is not necessarily the only correct way. And we can all learn from other people. We can learn how to do things more efficiently by taking tips from other people. And I think that that's always the great sign of emotional maturity, where you accept that your way might be good for you, but you actually might also learn from other people and be able to enhance your own processes. And I think applying that in the real world is a really valuable way of looking at things. And this episode definitely helps to emphasize that. So, whatever age you are, this is definitely an episode with a really important lesson. We have a beautiful setting, great cast of characters. I love that it was almost like Floyd was going to say, "No, I will not take them out," which amused me a lot because up until this point, he's been very complacent. But I enjoyed this one. I thought Wrong was definitely a very right episode.